men and Ideal ABI of Hull will contest this year's BNFL Silver Jubilee National Cup Final. Both teams then come in here having tremendous seasons in their respective divisions, and I'm sure that all concerned with either club will just like to round off the season with this superb piece of silverware in their trophy cabinets. En route to the final then, Redhill had difficult games with West Bowling and Loch Lane, but the victory in the semi-final against Ellenborough Rangers, last year's cup final winners, was absolutely superb, and it goes down and ranks as one of the greatest moments in the club's history. 5 years ago, the amalgamation of Stelrad RLFC and Ace Amateurs formed Ideal ABI. And they've just been accepted into the National Conference League, which is just reward for all the hard work that the people in connection with the club have put in over the last 5 years. Their route to the final then saw victories over close rivals Beverley and Millham, which set up a superb semi-final victory over Thornhill, which they won by the narrowest margin of 17 points to 16. Redhill have Brian Kellett and Tony Poxon at their helm as coaches. Both have played professional rugby league, Kellett with Bradford and his hometown team of Featherstone Rovers, while Poxon has had good success with a host of teams in the south of France. ABI have the very experienced Terry Smirk, who has had spells with Hull FC, York, Hull KR, and his assistant is Les Holland, who helps him very, very much. With me this afternoon is Martin Kettridge, the second row forward with Redhill. Martin, ex-Castleford, ex-Halifax, ex-Scotland. Are you enjoying life at Redhill at the moment?
Everything's working out really well. Obviously we were promoted last year, a BNFL Cup final in the 2 years that I've been there. Narrowly missed promotion this year, but it's something, you know, we can work with, and like I say, everything's going really well.
Super. And preparation obviously for a big cup final, even though it's at an amateur status, has it been going well this week in training?
We've been fortunate. It's been 2 weeks since our last league game, and we won that pretty convincingly, so we've had 2 weeks to get all the players over the knocks and concentrate on nothing but this, nothing to interrupt our preparation.
Very good. And a lot of junior lads that have come through the ranks at Redhill, through the junior system, they're playing exceptionally well, I understand.
Yeah, the junior system at Redhill is very healthy. The under-18 this side swept all before them. The second team have been in they're in 2 cup finals, and they've won their league. So all in all, you know, we've plenty of strength in depth up at the club.
Strength in depth, and you've also got about 5 or 6 ex-professionals in there. Obviously they're passing their experience on to the younger lads.
Yeah, as a coach, or anybody in any coaching capacity looks for that balance between experience and youth. You've got to, players have got to understand how the game's got to be played. Coach can't always transfer that onto the field all the time, so it's handy when players that do understand the game are around youngsters.
And everybody responding to Brian Kellett, an ex-professional himself.
Brian does very well. He likes to get his combs out on the training field, and between myself, Tony and Brian, we've a nice mixture up there at Redhill.
Great stuff. And the champagne's on ice, is it, Martin?
We're not taking anything for granted. Obviously, they've some ex-professionals in there. I know Tracy and Terry will have got this team, you know, really up for this game. We don't know a lot about the forwards and the way they play. We're as much in the dark as you know, as anybody else from Castleford about Ideal. But you know, we're going to play it as we see it. We're going to concentrate on our game, and obviously, if they come out on a better side than us, then we'll hold our hands up.
Fair play to you, Martin. Thanks very much for this interview. Cheers. Right, with me this afternoon is the ABI team manager, Les Holland. Les, obviously today's a very important game, and I'm sure that Terry's got all the lads really well prepared.
Yeah, we've had a good trip over this morning. We've been over to Batley, trained over there at Mount Pleasant, had a little breakfast and that, and then come over here today this afternoon for the game.
And obviously Terry and the other ex-professional, Tracy Lazenby, good half-back pairing. You're going to be looking for things to happen from those.
Yeah, we are. I mean, the first thing, we're not a two-man team. We'll be looking for our forwards to go forward and take the game to Redhill. And from there in, we expect Tracy and Terry to link with the backs who can score from anywhere on the field.
I've seen a hell of a lot of coaches here. Do you expect a large following from Hull?
Yeah, we've got a lot of people coming over. We've brought 4 buses over from our own club. There's one from the Ullen district. Yeah, we're bringing it to Featherstone. It's a 40-minute drive. There'll be a lot of people from Hull today, as there will be from Castleford.
And looking at Redhill then, they've obviously got 5 or 6 ex-professionals in there. Have you done your homework on them?
we've not worried so much about them. We saw the result that they got at Ellenborough, and it was a great result. We was happy that they won at Ellenborough because it didn't bring the cup holders back to the final. But it's a cup final. It's about two teams, and it's about on the day. Pedigree and what you've done in the past counts for nothing today. It's about what goes on in the next 80 minutes out there.
Yeah, I'm sure. And when you look at the semi-finals then, you had a thriller-minute semi-final with Thornhill, just pipping them 17-16. Was it a really good game?
The scoreline flattered Thornhill. Was winning 17-0 with 10 minutes to go. And then all of a sudden, you know, one or two things happened. It was 17-16. They had a kick for goal, which I know that, you know, Martin Fox, who plays for Thornhill, it could usually backheel him, and he missed it. And at the end of the day, if they go, they go. If they don't, they don't. We then came through to the final, but the score did flatter them, and, you know, Thornhill said the best team won on the day.
Yeah, it's an 80-minute game, as we all know, and you've got to play for the full 80 minutes. Have you got some champagne on ice then, Les?
Well, we have, yeah. We're quietly confident. The lads will go out there, they'll give it the best shot, and, you know, all we're hoping is that they give 100% today, and if we do that, we feel we can come out with the right result.
That's all you can ask, Les. Thanks very much. Cheers. And here come the Gladiators into the arena for the big fight of the day. Redhill then, led out by captain David Kay, and the team for Redhill this afternoon is Steve Embling at full-back, Wayne McHugh at number 2, Craig Brooks at number 3, Ian Breyer at number 4, Steve Lidbury at number 5, half-backs Wayne Pearce at 6, Tony Hanford at 7, Paul Strong at 8, Sean Stenton at 9, Mick Hewby at 10, Martin Kettridge at 11, Lee Hughes at 12, and loose forward and captain Dave Kay. Substitutes Dave Probert, Phil Young, Jason Heptinstall, Lee Partridge. Ideal ABI then, led out by captain Tony Wardell. At number 1, Ricky Hoggard. Number 2, Andy Hurd. Number 3, Richard Russell. Number 4, Richard Weldrick. Number 5, Jason Mills. Number 6, Tracy Lazenby. Number 7, Terry Smirk. 8, Brian Garbett. 9, Tony Wardell. 10, Paul Bowen. 11, Carl Bristow. 12, Paul Russell. And 13, Charlie Patterson. The subs for IBA then this afternoon: Mick Green at 14, Lee Gascoigne, Matty Wardell, Rob Stevenson. Led out by chairman Bob Colgrave, and Redhill were led out by Ray Cowell. The team's then been introduced to today's dignitaries: Mike Morrissey of Barler and Lord Lofthouse, the ex-Deputy Speaker of the House of Commons. Of talent on show here today then. Redhill have 5 ex-professionals in their ranks. The rest of the side is made up of players that have come through the junior system to make first team. Few players to watch out for then. Steve Embling, the full-back, top goal scorer in the Conference League Division 2 this year. He's definitely a man to look out for. And so is Martin Kettridge, a very respected member of the team. He brings experience to the side, getting the best out of his teammates. Dave Kay, the captain and loose forward, has been outstanding all season, and stand-off half Wayne Pearce likes to run at the defence and certainly has an eye for the gap. ABI then have only 2 ex-professionals in the side, which shows that the rest of the team are all local lads who work very hard for each other, and this has been the recipe of success for this season. Richard Weldrick, a big centre and known to his teammates as Mal Meninga, is a player worth looking out for. He scored a 90-yard interception try to seal the fate of Beverley. An interesting battle then looms between the 2 full-backs. Ricky Hoggard has had a brilliant year, turning in some top-draw performances. Terry Smirk, a very experienced scrum half, strong and fearless in the tackle, will motivate his side and keep it ticking over, while Tracy Lazenby, the ex-Wakefield Trinity, Hull and Hull KR, will definitely be a threat. Remember, he was the man of the match in the very last Yorkshire Cup final, which saw Wakefield Trinity defeat Sheffield Eagles. The 2 captains, Tony Wardell and Dave Kay, come up, meet the officials, and with the toss of a coin we'll decide who's playing which way and who will get the kick. A very, very large and noisy crowd gathering here at Post Office Road, Featherstone, for this game, which promises to be a spectacular. ends will be tingling at the moment, but I'm sure as soon as the game gets underway, all those nerves will go and the players will get on with the job in hand. So the players are going to turn round and Redhill will kick off and get this 1997-1998 final underway. So we're just seconds away then from the biggest spectacle of the Bala year. And these two teams certainly look in the mood for good rugby. The referee just checks with his touch judge. And the game will get underway. And that's a real deep kick. Lazenby collects well. Notably 5 players in the tackle there. And that's the big prop Brian Garbett making a drive as ABI just make it centre field, just short of the 20-metre line. Another strong drive from Carl Bristow there, well brought to ground by Wayne Pearce. So we're on the 5th and last tackle. Lazenby in at first man, moves it to Smirk. Smirk puts the ball downfield, puts it between the winger and the fullback, and that's a good chase from Andy Hurd there. And Lazenby just stops the progress of Wayne McHugh. So Redhill then on the rampage, getting up to the 20-metre line. And it's a dart from acting halfback. Almost caught the ABI defence napping there, Sean Stenton. And that's a strong run by Paul Strong. Brought down by Tony Wardell and Richard Russell, but holding on in the tackle. The first penalty of the game goes to the Redhill side. So the first 5-10 minutes then will be a settling in period. And Sean Stenton gives it to Mick Hewby to show his wares. No way through though. Strong tackling from ABI. This is another strong drive. Prop forward Paul Strong. Hanford. It's a nice little sidestep. It's an half break, but the fullback's there. Gets the ball away in the tackle. But the referee's on hand. And the ball, in his opinion, went forward. And although the crowd got on the edge of the seats there, a forward pass, and ABI, the line stays intact. Superb half break there from Wayne Pearce. Just the ball slightly going forward. No try, but that's strong tackling from Redhill as Smirk in at acting halfback, runs off, gets the ball back inside. Strong tackling from Redhill, and here we are, ABA driving forward. This is a cracking little run from Paul Russell. Quick play the ball, Wardell feeds wingman Jason Mills. No way through for Mills, and he's bundled into touch. And Steve Lidbury there, and centre partner Ian Breyer combine. So Redhill through the feed of Hanford. We'll put the ball in to the scrum. Ball comes out, Dave Kay gets the ball away, but that's a good tackle by Jason Mills. It's a quick play the ball. And Lee Hughes it was. Taking the drive, Kettridge gets the ball away in the tackle. Embling passes on to his centre partner, gets the ball back on the inside. Embling's looking for a try. He's over. What a superb try. Embling pushed the ball out wide. Craig Brooks it was that took it, saw there was nothing on, nipped it back on the inside, and Embling has had a superb season, took on the ABI defence, and although there was a player round his legs, he just had the reach to lean over and put the ball down. So first blood for Redhill. 5 minutes of the game gone. Steve Embling with a superb try. And Embling this year's had a trusty boot. It's his first attempt. Taking his time. Almost a sand wedge of a shot. Straight between the H's. 6 points to 0 to Redhill. I must say, in the early stages, Redhill have looked the stronger side. And in fairness, ABA have struggled to get out of their own half. Only a kick taking them deep into the Redhill 20-metre area. Game restarts once again. And Paul Russell brings the ball away for ABI. Richard Weldrick, this Malmaninga type centre. Tony Wardell in at acting halfback will feed Terry Smirk. Smirk use a little one-up move. This looks a little bit better from ABI. Carl Bristow it was. Oh. And Ricky Hoggard comes into the line. He's tackled. We're on the fifth and last. Smirk puts the ball into this top corner. It's going to go over the dead ball line, just a little bit too much weight on it. So Redhill then will take a restart. And that's Strong, driving through. Stenton moves the ball out wide through the hands of Wayne Pearce, who's been involved quite heavily so far in this opening few minutes. Kettridge pushes the ball out wide, and that's Dave Kay, who releases the wingman. Has he got the pace? He's not got the pace, and he loses the ball in the tackle. And that's centre Ian Breyer. Well fed there. By Steve Lidbury. Nothing came of it. Ball went down in the tackle. Not frightened to move the ball about, Redhill. And that's Lazenby. Lazenby, lovely ball. Hoggard. Looked after though, he lost his footing. But well looked after by Craig Brooks. And it's Brooks in again at the tackle. Looking for work, this centre. Wardell. Moves it to Weldrick. ABI then looking to pressurise the Redhill defence, and they're just going to get into the 20-metre area for the first time this half. As Smirk trying to orchestrate things from first man. Little chip over the top, it hit the man. Play on. Can ABI respond with a quick try here? Smirk then, what can Smirk do? Little reverse kick, almost caught the defence asleep. But good cover and playing safe first and foremost, and just pushing that ball over the dead ball line. So Embling will restart under his own posts, and that's a little bit better from the team from Hull. And just have a small stoppage in play. Embling it is then to restart, and that's a lovely kick. Just over halfway line. And that's Andy Hurd running it back strong. It's a fine break from acting half-back by captain Tony Wardell. Lazenby feeds Paul Russell. Wardell then orchestrating things from acting half-back Smirk. Smirk runs through, lovely short ball. Carl Bristow was there, but nobody in support. Smirk, is he going to get there? The answer's no, and we're on the fifth and last tackle, only a metre short. Wardell runs off. Oh, lost the ball, and Redhill come up with it. Tony Anford cleans up. And Redhill through strong. Bring the ball away from their own line. So ABI coming close then to getting the first points of the game. Big Carl Bristow it was. Just couldn't quite control it. So that's Kettridge, loose pass. And a knock on. And it's looking like ABI will get the head and feed at this scrum. And that's right, Kettridge there, trying to get a pass away in the tackle. Didn't go to hand, ball went to ground. So ABI then enjoying some good pressure at the moment. Lazenby, little switch move, and this is the Mal Meninga type centre. Brought down just inside the 20 area. A run off from acting halfback by Richard Russell. Brought to ground about 8 metres short. Lazenby feeds Bristow. Bristow charges to the line. He's only 2 metres short, but this is good scrambling defence from Redhill. Lazenby lets the ball go long. Hoggard then tackled by Redhill captain David Kay. Wardell, will it go out right? The answer's no. It's a little drop off pass. Russell then, we're on the fifth and last. It's got to go wide. Smirk runs across. It's a long ball. Can they get into the corner? And the answer's yes. Now we're in for a game. ABI then have had good pressure. Smirk throws the long ball out. Richard Weldrick did extremely well to put Andy Hurd over in the corner. But the try's been disallowed. And to be fair, I didn't see much wrong with it. Perhaps it was a forward pass. On the fifth and last tackle, the handover was given. We'll have to look closely at the replay. So, Redhill breathe again. As ABI then mount the pressure. Redhill through this prop forward strong. Bring it away. And this Pierce then, can he get away? No, it's good tackling by Carl Bristow. And this is Lee Hughes. So we're just over halfway. We're on the fifth and last tackle. Embling puts a really high bomb up in the air. Hoggard comes, Hoggard collects. And that's a superb take from the ABI fullback. Took a knock in the tackle. And this is Hurd coming in off the wing, giving the forwards some respite. As Waddell, Hughes, Brian Garbutt then, and again, switching play this time, and that's a lovely sidestep for a big man. No support. Superb from Paul Bowen. Lazenby, a little inside pass. So it's Paul Russell then taking the ball 10 metres inside the Redhill half. Smirk puts the ball behind the Redhill defence, and that's a good bounce, and he's got to play it. But he evades Hurd's tackle, sidesteps well. Oh, and he does really exceptionally well there. Wayne McHugh for Redhill. Comes away from danger exceptionally well. So the game ebbing and flowing. First 5-6 minutes all Redhill. Second 5-6 minutes all ABI. So far this game proving to be a great classic. David Kay then brings Redhill just outside of their own 20. Hanford feeds the centre. Ian Breyer. And Redhill moving the ball. Pierce looking to pass it long. Hughes makes a break, lets the ball go. And again, the referee right on hand. It looks suspiciously like a forward pass. And the referee was there. And he said that that's exactly what it was. But this Hughes, second row forward, showing his paces out wide, causing the ABI defence some problems and almost getting Craig Brooks away. And it looked, if that ball had have been a good pass, it looked all on a try. Lazenby lets the ball go. Nice run on by Richard Russell. Not seen much of Tracy Lazenby, just letting the ball do the work at the moment. Bristow, tackled well by Sean Stenton. Stenton again making a good, strong tackle. Smirk trying to get things moving quickly. Hoggard coming into the attack. Wardell, Smirk, Lazenby looking to get the run around with Smirk. Smirk looking to bob and weave and sidestep and dummy, but there's no way through for him. The defence closed up. This is Charlie Patterson. Patterson puts the high ball up. Oh, and that's almost a mistake by Redhill. And the big winger, Steve Lidbury, took the ball from Embling. I feel that there was no call there, but Lidbury took it upon himself to take the ball. Took it cleanly, I may add, but could have come up with the mistake. Stenton runs away from acting halfback. Paul Russell doing a lot of work in the defensive duties, and this is Hughes once more. Hughes this time does get the centre Brooks away, passes the ball back inside Kettridge, and that looks like an high tackle. I don't think there's anything malicious in the tackle at all. Just went a little bit above the shoulders, and the referee didn't say anything high in that malicious. But the penalty goes to Redhill. The ball kicked sweetly into touch by Embling, which gives Redhill another tilt at the ABI line. Pierce. And this is Hewby, strong run, met by an equally strong tackle by Garbett. Redhill prepared to move the ball. This is the other prop forward, Strong. Hanford in at acting halfback. Which way is the ball going to go? It's going to go short side. He's going to have a tilt on his own. Just a metre short. Condensed defence. We've got numbers out wide of Redhill, and that's Dave Kay. Kay charges to the line. Set piece play. Dave Kay wanted it. Dave Kay received it, and Dave Kay was strong enough to push the defence out of the way and just reach out and grab the second try of the afternoon for Redhill. Dave Kay, then the captain, had an outstanding season so far, and he's having an outstanding game this afternoon. And what better way to round off the season than a try in the National Cup final. Emblin with an easy kick, although in a cup final no kick is easy. Just a little chip shot, again successful. 12 points to 0 in the favour of Redhill. But oh, how different it could have been if the try had have stood for ABI. Russell drives strongly, only a small lad, but runs well above his weight. And this is Bowen. Wardell uses Smirk as a foil. And this is the big prop, Garbett. So 3 drives almost up to the halfway line. It's a little run away from Wardell, sidesteps, but sidesteps back into the man, Kay. Smirk pushes the ball out wide. Patterson, little drop-off pass. And this is the big centre. Weldrick. Can Weldrick go all the way? Oh, superb tackle from Embling. Embling went across the field. What a break by Weldrick, but what a tackle from Embling. Looked all on a try scorer. The tackle did have to be made. And not only did he make the tackle, but he also made sure that the man went into touch. Lovely drop-off pass there. Saw the centre scorch through the gap, but just couldn't make it to the try line. Hanford brings the ball away from the scrum. So this game really living up to expectations. And that's another high shot that gets away with it. Breyer it was that took the ball went backwards. And looking at a penalty there for Redhill. The ball quickly booted into touch by Embling. Chases the kick, wants to get the game underway quite quickly. Stenton to Strong. Hard tackle from Bristow. And Russell has lost the ball in the tackle, nothing wrong with that. Lazenby moves the ball out, Patterson. Patterson gets the ball, Weldrick again. Strong lad, living up to his title as a Meninga lookalike. Wardell passes the ball on. ABI coming more and more into the game, but they need a try. Strong pass from Lazenby to Smirk, his half-back partner. Not been able to prise open this Redhill defence. Gets the ball away, Bristow. Bristow, inside pass. Ball gone to ground. Mills it was. Just couldn't quite hold it. Things definitely looking promising for ABI. There's not much in the teams. 12 points. Not a lot. ABI have shown great promise. And the two half-backs, though, just can't quite prise open the Redhill defence. The referee has seen it. It's a little knock-on. Terry Smirk giving him the wealth of his experience there, just telling him that the Redhill player knocked on. And as all cheeky scrum halves do, try to give the referee their opinion. Terry Smirk then passes out to Mills, who comes in, fumbles it. Looks like a set-piece move here as the winger drives it in. Smirk passes on to Lazenby. Lazenby steps back inside, gets it to Smirk. Smirk runs across, uses the dummy on Hurd, but the Redhill defence stays solid. Looking again for Hurd, the run around. Looking a little bit lost in the danger zone. ABI, Lazenby. Looking for it at first man, Hoggard. Using the short side when there is space out wide. Lazenby throws a long ball out. The ball, oh, terrible pass there from Garbett, trying to push the ball to the commentary side of the field. Terrible pass there. His teammate just couldn't hold it. And Lidbury brings it away for Redhill. 24 minutes gone of this first half. Nothing between the two sides in terms of play. Both have made good breaks. Both have had try-scoring chances, but it's Redhill at the moment. 12 points to 0 in front. Ketteridge showing the ball, holding it with two hands. Up quickly, plays the ball. Brooks. It's the ball to Pierce, likes to run at the defence. Superb support there from Stenton. Hanford looking to play the ball quickly. The ball coming out wide. It's Strong. It's coming out to the centre. Lidbury gets it. Can Lidbury get round his outside man? He can't. Gets it back on the inside. Strong. Oh, lovely tackle from Carl Bristow. Man and ball. Sorry, it was Bowen. Bowen, the big prop forward. Looks as if he's hurt himself. Looks a little bit dazed. But that had to be a strong tackle, and it was. Wardell, this is Garbett. Garber playing the ball quickly. Wardell scoots away from acting half-back. Lazenby gets round his man. Now if this boy gets clear, he can use his paces, but well looked after by Stenton. Plays the ball, well picked up by Paul Russell. A workhorse so far for ABI. Mills, well looked after by Breyer. Smirk. Hoggard, long ball. Oh, Andy Hurd couldn't hold it on the 5th and last tackle. Had the passer been a little bit better though, Hurd could have been away. It wasn't. Kettridge held in the tackle, can't put him down. Quick play the ball, Stenton. This is Hewby. Stenton moving things from acting half-back. Run across the field, feeding Hughes, the second row forward. Hanford then switching play. This is Pierce. What will Pierce do? Long ball. Kettridge is here. Half break from Kettridge. Gets the ball away to Brooks. Brooks, a little dummy. Oh, that's a lovely try. Well, Redhill used the switch play. Pierce it was that ran across the field. Held the ball in two hands. The defence held off him. Sweet little ball to Kettridge. Half break. Over the shoulder pass to Brooks. And Brooks used his winger as a foil. Superb dummy to dive over about 10 metres in from touch. So Redhill now really in a commanding position. 16 points to 0. About 27 minutes of the first half gone. Embling is most difficult of his 3 attempts, but he's taking his time. He knows how important this conversion will be. Put some boot behind the ball, but he's just not quite as accurate as last time. And the score still stays at Redhill 16, ABI 0. So, ABI then have got a mountain to climb. But remember, when the teams turn around in the second half, ABI will be coming down this notorious Featherstone slope. And I'm sure that they'll run with some heart, just as this lad has done all this first half. Bristow and Russell have had superb games so far in the second row for ABI, but again, a mistake. The ball goes to ground. Lidbury it is that picks up. He comes centre field. And tackled by the ABI loose forward, Patterson. Kettridge standing strong in the tackle. Tries to get the ball free. Sticks hold, and Stenton. Hewby comes charging onto the ball. Pierce, the standoff half, gives it to the prop forward, Strong, and that is a strong run on the 20-metre line. Look at this deep line from Redhill, but play switches the other way. I feel that Stenton should have brought it this way. Gets the ball away in the tackle. Hewby then 12 metres short of the ABI line. Hanford, Pierce, Hughes, can he make a break? The answer's yes, and that's the 4th try of the afternoon. Ian Hughes has found himself out wide in the centre on numerous occasions. This young man is causing no end of problems for ABI out wide. And what a superb try for that young man. Both the second row forwards for Redhill have worked tremendously hard. Kettridge, the bulk and the power. Hughes with the sleek, agile body and the pace. and just as the gap opened up, it was Hughes who made the most of it and went over for a superb try. Emblin then doesn't take a large run up. It's looking good. Oh, it just brushes the left hand upright. Nevertheless, Redhill in a commanding position now of 20 points to 0. And ABI, I feel, and I keep saying that word ABI have just made one or two errors that have contributed to the score in this first half, handing over possession to Redhill, and to their credit have taken full advantage. But this man has not given up the ghost at all. Paul Russell, been a workhorse for Ideal. And we're just over the half hour, and holding down in the tackle gives ABI a chance to come upfield. And Smirk puts a kick into touch. Wardell it will be, who'll get the game underway. And Paul Bowen it is that drives the ball in. Smirk comes across the field and then switches back. Wardell, short pass. Support from Hoggard. Hoggard, is he going to get over? The answer's no, but Weldrick is. And so, the first points of the day for ABI at the hands of big centre Weldrick. But it was good support play. Smirk it was, who came across the field, stopped, checked, went back to the short side. Hoggard linked well. Weldrick was in support, and though Hoggard was almost stopped, he got the ball away in the tackle, and the big centre was there to finish the move off. And that will give ABI some big heart as we come towards the final minutes of the first half. Thing to build upon. Smirk taking his time. He knows how important this kick is. It's looking good. The two touch judges then confirm that the ball went sweetly between the posts, and that's 20 points to 6. ABI have threatened to do that for most of this first half, but bad handling on quite a few occasions has let them down. But in this instance, Weldrick did take his try exceptionally well. The defence was split with a neat pass by Wardell, the captain. Hoggard and Weldrick did the rest. Smirk tagged on the extra 2, so Redhill coming away from their own 20-metre area, and that's Uby. Uby taking it to 10 metres short of halfway. Stenton to Kay. Kay to Kettridge. Kettridge gets the ball away in the tackle, and that's a knock-on, so mistakes are coming from Redhill now. Kettridge gets the ball away in the tackle, a bit high for Hanford. Hanford puts the ball down to ground. Well, if ABI could score here, I think we're in for a pulsating second 40. Lazenby looks to come across. Lazenby looking to try and catch the Redhill defence napping. Not to be. Strong out of the pack very quickly. Richard Russell just takes the ball towards the 20 and helped along by Carl Bristow. So ABI then with a substitute on the field. Lee Gascoigne it is. First touch of the game. Wardell then will feed Smirk. Smirk looking at men running, and it's a kick over the top. It's a set-piece move. Emblin, just gets to the ball before Hurd. That's good play by ABI. Smirk it was that took the ball up to the defence. Hurd came in off the wing, chased the kick through, and the Awareness of Embling there. Got to the ball first, just before Hurd could get the ball down. So, ABI on a roll. Weldrick, strong centre. Taking some holding is this lad. Superb run by the centre. Had an outstanding game so far. ABI push forward. Bristow. Sorry, it's Russell. Russell gets the ball. Wardell. Oh, is it score? Double movement. So ABI really getting more and more into the game. Is it a double movement or is it a knock-on? I think he's given a knock-on. He's given a knock-on. So Anford it is. Oh, that was almost one against the head, and you don't see many of those in rugby league these days. So Pearce feeding Kay. So there's a spring in the feet of ABI now as they realise that the game is not over by any means. I'm looking about 5 minutes now to half-time. Kettridge long ball. And it's Lidbury. Lidbury goes, oh, passes back inside. It's play on. But Hoggard is there to sweep up. Pass back inside from Lidbury there. Was knocked down by an ABI player. Hacked on. Hoggard did the cleaning up duties. And this is Richard Russell. So ABI beginning to believe in themselves. Complaining of a bit of a facial there. Paul Bowen, smirk across the field. Russell's in everything. Wardell, little drop off from Lazenby to smirk. More and more into the game now, these half-backs are coming. Lazenby goes through, shows the dummy. Can't get the ball out, or does he? The answer's yes. Ball on the ground, very bravely down on it by Hubie. As Wardell kicked the ball into the chest of the man, and it hurt him. But rugby players are tough. And he gets back up and gets into the game. Pearce, Hughes. No way through this time for Hughes. Wrapped up by Charlie Patterson. Sorry, I beg your pardon. By Lee Gascoigne. Pearce. That's Charlie Patterson. Ketteridge comes to the short side, looking for a short ball. It's not on. Ketteridge all wrapped up. Richard Russell. But that's Pearce, long ball, Embling into the line. Embling. Gap, as quick as it opened up, it closed up. Lazenby makes a tackle. Pearce looking for a drop goal. It's pushed wide. It goes over the dead ball line. And the restart will be a place kick on the 20. And again, look who it is coming forward. It's Paul Russell. This lad's got through an absolute mammoth of work. And so has this lad, Paul Bowen. So Wardell feeding from acting half-back. Great run by Bristow. ABI coming back into the game. Hoggard likes to come into the line. Almost round Kettridge. Lazenby, inside ball. Well wrapped up though by Brooks. And that smirk with an high kick. And it's looking dangerous. Oh, he's dropped the ball. He's dropped the ball over his own line. It's a knock-on. The game will restart. 10-metre scrum, is it? No, it looks like he's given offside. So obviously an ABI player in front of the kicker. I must say that the referee has missed nothing this afternoon. He's controlled the game exceptionally well. But this is a different ABI to the first 20 minutes. Looking stronger in the tackle, looking more adventurous in attack. And certainly a big spring in the step now at 20 points to 6, coming down the slope in the second half. Who knows? Redhill, though, may have other ideas. This is Kettridge on his own. And that's the end of the first half. I must say that living up to the classic label that we tagged it before the game started, ABI have shown some tremendous approach work with a little bit of bad handling, just letting them down. They had a try disallowed, which suspiciously forward pass, but to Redhill's credit, they have taken all their 4 chances in fine style. And at the interval, they go in 20 points to 6 in front. And we will see you very, very shortly for what promises to be an absolutely pulsating second half. Welcome back then for this, the final 40 minutes of this Silver Jubilee National Cup final. And ABI will restart the game, as I say, playing down this slope at Featherstone. And if ABI were to score the first try of the second half, that will set us up for an absolutely superb grandstand finish. Smirk then gets the game underway. Lidbury picks it up for Redhill. That's a good run from Lidbury. I'm sure that the coaches at Redhill will have said more of the same, please. And ABI, well, they will say, let's cut out the mistakes and let's try and take our chances when they come. At 20 points to 6, we're not out of the game as Kettridge moves the ball wide. And this is a good run from substitute. Not from substitute, it's from Wayne McHugh. The strip's still white. Wayne McHugh looked pretty pacey then as he came in. And it's Sean Stenton, dashes away from acting halfback. And the first penalty of the second half then. Lee Gascoigne going high on Sean Stenton, who was allowed to run away from acting halfback. The ABI defence didn't move up quickly. And Gascoigne just went above the shoulder region. And the referee, as I said before, has not missed anything in this game so far. So Embling has a chance to take the first points of the second half. And that's not what the doctor ordered as far as ABI are concerned. Embling, little wedge kick, sweet as a nut, straight through the sticks. First blood to Redhill in this second half, 22 points to 6. The men from Embling it will be to restart then. Ball taken by Lazenby and who else but Paul Russell to run the ball out. Wardell then, Hoggard. And that's a good strong tackle from Redhill. Certainly got the bit between the teeth. Hughes and Hanford there. Wardell getting a little bit lost but gets the ball away in the tackle. That's back to 1, says the referee. Suspiciously like a knock-on. Bowen. Wardell then trying to get the game moving quicker from acting half-back as Richard Russell comes in from his centre position. Smirk, lovely short ball. And Cal Bristow almost making the yardage. Smirk again, starting to dictate play. Drop off, Weldrick. Oh, but this time taken by Kay. Just as it looks as if it was going through the gap. Lazenby then. Lazenby looks and drops off. Russell to Bristow. Bristow just gets inside the Redhill 20, on the fifth and last tackle. What's going to happen here? Smirk, bad ball, but Patterson, bit of a nothing kick. Didn't put the Redhill team under pressure. And it was Wayne McHugh who picked up for Redhill. And this is Strong, bringing it away. That's a superb drive from the prop forward. He's worked hard. ABI failing to move up, but Bowen stands strong in the tackle, and you'll be finding no way forward. And Stenton trying to dart away from acting halfback. Nothing for him. ABI keeping Redhill penned down as Kettridge makes it to within about 8 metres of the halfway. This is Hughes then sidestepping, weaving, but Wardell and Bowen combine. We're on the fifth and last tackle. We're looking at Embling, who's coming to the line. It's a big kick upfield. He chases his own kick. Hoggard has been absolutely superb under the high ball. Never took his eye off the ball, pressurised by his opposite number, Embling, but he came up with the goods. And that's what you want to see from your fullback. As Patterson tries to make inroads, Wardell passes the ball to Bristow. That's a superb tackle from Stenton. Smirk then darts forward. Over halfway line. Wardell, Lazenby looks for the chip over the top. Lidbury read it well, goes back, collects. Takes on Richard Russell. Paul Russell rather, can't get round him. I must say that this Paul Russell's been in absolutely everything. And this is Kay. Kay gets the ball away in the tackle. Brooks, Pierce, Kettridge. Man and ball tackle by Gascoigne. And this is Strong. Strong gets the ball away. Pierce looks to pass. Shrugs off the tackler. Strong again. And tackled by his opposite number, Paul Bowen. So this is a little bit better in the tackling department by ABI. Stenton, Pierce, long ball, Hanford knocks on. The ball is allowed to bounce into the hands of Weldrick, and the referee waves play on. So Hurd darts off from acting halfback. His opposite number, McHugh, looks after him. Weldrick. Bristow. So ABI looking dangerous. Smirk looking to get things moving out wide. Smirk, long ball, Lazenby. Lazenby moves across, drops off the centre. Richard Russell. So 12 metres short. Lazenby acting halfback. Smirk runs across the field. Little short ball. Wardell just can't manage to break the last line of defence. Smirk, short ball, out wide. But he's going to be bundled into touch, and he is. But promising in the early stages of this second half. ABI doing to Redhill what they did to them in the first half, and that's not allowing them to get out of their own half. Redhill under the cosh at the moment. Hanford scoots away, and out of the pack that man, Russell. And Lidbury comes in, takes the pressure off his forwards. Stenton to Kettridge. Kettridge rides the first tackle, but can't get away from Weldrick. Pierce gets the ball out to Breyer. Breyer, has he got pace to go round Waddell? And the answer's no. The captain and hooker gets across to do a good job on him. Too good a job. And the referee pulls him out, stopping him from playing the ball, and gives him a stern talking to. Wardell just points to the eye region, saying that he felt that the player had given him a facial. but the referee having nothing of it and giving him a good ticking off too. Penalties given. It's always a shame to give a penalty away when the team has tackled so well, holding Redhill to 4 tackles just inside the ABI half of the field, and now they've got a full 6 to come at them into the danger zone, and this is Uby who will take them into that quarter of the field. And Stenton moves away from acting half-back, catching and on the blind side. 3 metres short. Hanford then moves in, acting half-back. This is Kay, captain and loose forward, but nothing there for him. And Kettridge going to have a drive, is he? No. Oh, that's a little move from Strong. Strong's held short. Good tackling from ABI. Stenton moves the ball out. Kettridge, it's a long pass to Pearce. Pearce puts the ball away. And this is going to be a try for second row forward Hughes. So Redhill did the damage by sucking the ABI defence in, and then 2 or 3 long passes, the last one notably from Kettridge, and when it looked as if ABI might storm into the line and steal the ball, Hughes it was that plucked it out of the air, and he beat the cover to score just 10 metres to the left-hand side of the posts. And I would think that that now is a very uphill struggle for ABI to get back into this game. 26-6 in the favour of the men from Castleford. But the penalty over there by Wardell has been punished now by this Redhill side. And Embling, little wedge shot once more, tags on the extra 2. 28 points to 6, and it's looking ominous now for ABI. I feel that if they're going to get anything at all out of this game, they've got to score very, very quickly, 2 or 3 times. So they've made a substitution of ABI. And Wardell goes through, can't get the pass away. And that's Russell. Russell uses the short side. And Bristow charges forward. And that's Dave. That's Mick Green who's come onto the field. Lazenby looks to put the ball up in the air. The ball's going to bounce, is it? Yes, and Embling comes and sweeps up. And this is Brooks. Brooks takes it centre field, just over the 20-metre line. Hanford. And that's Uby. Oh, well tackled there by Gascoigne. And Gascoigne drove in with the shoulder into the stomach region of the Redhill prop forward, and bounced him to the ground unceremoniously and knocked the wind out of him. And I suppose you could ask yourself, if the tackling had been like that in the first half, the score could have been totally different. Uby then recovers, and Stenton pushes the ball to the other prop forward, and that's Strong. And that's Dave Kay. Hanford to Kettridge. Kettridge gets the ball to Lidbury. Lidbury coming all the way across the field up from the opposite wing. And Stenton will put the ball up in the air. Hoggard has been safe. Commentator's nightmare. Just as you say that. The lad not under as much pressure as he has been on previous kicks. This time spills the ball over his own line, so the game will restart with a drop out from underneath the sticks, and that's Breyer. Breyer will take the ball and run it back at the ABI defence. Referee looks over to his touch judge and says that Breyer knocked on in the tackle, and therefore the head and feed will go to ABI. Smirk to Lazenby. Lazenby looks for a little short pass to Hoggard. Looked after by Brooks. Lazenby to Weldrick, this big centre. But this time, a whole posse of Redhill players zoom in on him. A little bit bunched at the moment. Do ABI. Supporters there from ABI felt that the tackle was a little bit head high. It's a long ball out. Can't put the ball down. Can McHugh get away? McHugh's going to go all the way to score. And I felt that is the final nail in the coffin. A long ball from Smirk. Weldrick it was that couldn't hold the ball. McHugh picked the ball up and ran a full 50 metres to score in the corner. And now at 32 points to 6, I firmly believe that the Silver Jubilee National Cup trophy is going all the way to Castleford and into the trophy cabinet at Redhill. I don't think that ABI now have got anything left in the engine to pull back from this game. Embling. Oh, he's kicked absolutely superb all afternoon, and you can understand why this lad has been the top marksman in the Conference League Division 2 this year. So Redhill now firmly in the driving seat. 34 points to 6, but nobody's tried harder than this young man. Paul Russell, every time the kick-off has come downfield, he's been the man that's received it, he's been the man that's driven it in, and he's worked tirelessly. So Redhill have a substitute on the field in Phil Young, and he was responsible there for dragging the ball out of the tackle, but ABI again find that they're not able to put the ball into touch. Embling takes the ball to Brooks. Brooks to McHugh. McHugh, has he got the legs? The answer's no. And Paul Russell and Terry Smirk across there to thwart the danger. McHugh almost looking for his second long-range try. But Embling it was that picked up the kick that didn't go into touch by Smirk. Came a clean 60 metres across the field, fed Brooks, who fed McHugh, and it looked for a second as if he was going to go all the way, but good covering by this man, Paul Russell, and Terry Smirk just stopped him in his tracks. So ABI then, Lazenby, short ball, Bowen. This is Green. Green, long ball, Smirk. Smirk to Bristow. Bristow almost makes the half break. And that's Smirk once more. Weldrick. Weldrick. Well looked after by Brooks. And this is Smirk. Smirk darting, weaving. Can't find any way through this Redhill defence. Russell. Russell looks forward for the kick. It's a chip ball. Ball's gone back. Embling sweeps up. Makes a good run. Sidesteps Wardle. and just takes play to just outside the Redhill 20. And that's strong, driven hard all game. And that's Stenton, Hanford, Pearce, long ball, Kettridge. Kettridge knocks on. I think we'll take the first knock on there. Kettridge it was that knocked on. And the head and feed will go to ABI. Smirk puts the ball in and out to Lazenby. Lazenby looks to Hoggard. Hoggard well looked after though by Pearce and by Brooks. This is Gascoigne, steps back inside, but Kettridge is there to bring him down. Lazenby, Bowen, strong run from Bowen, still going, but Stenton finally brings him to ground. Looks as if they've got room on the outside. Russell just underneath the sticks, about 6 metres short of the line. Smirk then, can he do something on the short side? Gascoigne goes round, but once more the Redhill defence get across and bundle the wingman into touch. Jason Mills on 2 occasions now has been bundled into touch. So Redhill doing the hard work in defence as well as notching up some points up the other end of the field. And this is Brooks, the centre, just giving his forwards a rest. Stenton looking to use the substitute there. Stenton darts away from acting halfback, shows the dummy once too much when he had Phil Young in support. Ball should have gone. Hanford, Kay, Pearce shows the dummy. Oh, almost went through, but Bristow on hand there to bring him down. Kay, little jab through. Think it's a little bit too hard. Well, actually, the bounce of the ball just nipped into touch before it managed to clip the corner flag. And so ABI will take the scrum, but Redhill have come a full 80 metres from their own line in that set of 6. And that's Green, tries to hoodwink Hughes, but he has better ideas. Pulls the man to ground. This is Gascoigne. And this is Hoggard coming into the line. Stenton has been a tireless worker for Redhill as well at the hooking roll, acting half-back. And he's done a lot of tackling as well. Smirk back to Lazenby. Lazenby tries to show his wares and gets the ball away, but it's put down in the tackle. So once more ABI come up with a mistake, and it allows Redhill to get a little bit of a breather. And obviously to take possession. Big round of applause as Ian Breyer leaves the field. And Jason Heptinstall comes on it. Hanford to Pearce. Pearce at the heart of the ABI defence. This is strong. And that's play on. Tracy Lazenby using his experience there to steal the ball on a one-on-one tackle, and that's Weldrick. And Redhill have certainly looked after him since his couple of breaks in the first half. Lazenby once more. Passes on to Bristow. And Bristow felt the weight of that tackle. And Smirk passes back inside. This is Bowen. Bowen to Russell. Russell takes it back, gets the ball away once more to Bowen. Bowen a little sidestep. The defence holds strong though from Redhill. Wardell. Wardell looking to drop off Weldrick. And this is the 5th and last tackle. This is Green. Green, Lazenby. Smirk is outside him. Will he use him? The answer's no. Lazenby back into side to Green. On the 5th and last tackle, Embling holds the player, secures the ball, and the danger is out of the way. But that's a speculator of a pass. Gets the ball away, Eptonstall. Oh, it looked for a minute as if he was going to free Lidbury. And he's pinched the ball in the tackle. The referee, I presume, has shouted held. So the head and feed will go to Redhill. To about the last 12 minutes of the game. There's a stoppage to the second row forward, Carl Bristow, as he receives treatment. But the big lad looks to be okay, and he comes over to take his place in the scrum. So anything now that ABI get is purely consolation. But they've contributed very much so to a very entertaining game here at Post Office Road, as Kettridge brings it away for Castleford. And look who it is once more, Russell, who's in the tackle. And again, absolutely mammoth effort in defence, Paul Russell, and he's looking a weary man. But that's Pearce. Pearce makes a darting break, gets the ball back inside. So Redhill now starting to cut the ABI defence into ribbons. Hanford, ball over the top, gets the ball out. Is Brooks going to score? The answer's no, he just couldn't quite keep his footing. Stenton it is. Stenton, can he let go of the ball? The answer's no. So in the end, good scrambling defence from ABI prevents Redhill from scoring. But Craig Brooks there looked all on a scorer, but he just couldn't keep his footing. And Hanford leaves the field and is replaced by Dave Probert, a product of the junior system here at Redhill. And that's a nice pass to Gascoigne. Jason Mills receiving some bad possession out there, almost dragged into touch. Lazenby a little drop-off pass. Bowen gets the ball out in the tackle to Wardell. But this is tigerish tackling from Redhill, and we're on the 5th and last tackle as Green looks to put the ball over the head of Embling. Will he get a kind bounce? And he's having to put the ball dead. Yes, he is. The attention of Jason Mills, the left winger for ABI, in close attention to Embling, who just, safety first, just kicked the ball over the dead ball line. 34 points to 6 then. And we're looking into the last 10 minutes of the game as Hoggard picks the ball up for ABI and takes it back. And gets the ball away to Green. And that's a strong tackle from the prop forward. And this is Russell. He thoroughly deserves a try, Russell. Can Lazenby get over? Lazenby looking to switch play to Smirk. Smirk comes back, tries to tunnel his way through the Redhill defence. It's a little short ball, and Russell has scored. Yes, and I'm thoroughly delighted for that man, Paul Russell. Paul Russell has been one of the most outstanding performers on the field of play this afternoon. And it's a superb try for a man who has worked tremendously hard all game in attack, and defence. Well done, Paul Russell. The extra 2 added by Terry Smirk, 34-12. But didn't Paul Russell thoroughly deserve that? Not the biggest of forwards, but I tell you something, he's certainly got a big heart. And the way that he came onto that ball and burrowed his way underneath the Redhill tacklers for that try was an example to all forwards in rugby league. You don't have to be big, you don't have to be strong, as long as you've got a big heart. And Heptinstall then gets the ball, secures it. And this is captain Dave Kay for Redhill, comes away. Probert, Hughes. Ian Gascoigne worked hard in defence since he came on the field, and there he is again. That's how to bring a big fella down, straight round the legs. Probert, suspiciously like a forward pass, but Piers gets the ball to Embling. Embling goes through. Has he got the pace to go all the way? Steps inside. Oh, and that, for me, is top-class rugby. Piers made the little darting run, and who was in support? Embling took it on his outside, split the ABI defence in two, and as we thought that he was going to take his opposite number on for pace, he stepped back inside, Hoggard completely wrong-footed, and Embling went over for a superb try, and that, without doubt now, is the trophy for Redhill. And I'm sure that they'll be singing and dancing in the clubhouse this evening. And this lad's had a superb game in the field as well as kicking. Certainly a likely candidate for man of the match. And he just chips the ball over the sticks. I've been impressed with this man in terms of kicking. He hasn't missed many. And he's had a superb game as the last line of defence, and also when he links into the line, he looks a great player, this Embling, and he took his try superbly well. So 40 points to 12. We're into the last 5 minutes of the game as ABI make another substitution. And the captain, Tony Wardell, comes off. And he's replaced by Rob Stevenson. And Matty Wardell onto the field, and that's his first touch as well. So everything that Redhill do at the moment now is being applauded by the supporters. And I understand that there's quite a lot of them here. So ABI through Richard Russell just take play over the halfway line as Lazenby lets the ball go to Smirk. Smirk puts the ball high into the sky, and it's McHugh. McHugh takes it strongly, steps back inside and gets away. And that's good play from the wingman. And this is Brooks. Brooks comes back inside, tries to get the ball away, thought better of it. Safety first, Stenton. Stenton to the captain, Dave Kay. Oh, that's suspiciously like a bit of a knock to the head. And to be fair to Dave Kay, took it firmly and squarely on the chin. The referee saying, look, there's no point me sending you to the sin bin. It's been a good, clean, hard game. Just keep it down. But I must say that the referee has controlled the game exceptionally well. But ABI now. Looking a well-beaten side. Although Smirk in that tackle there very tigerishly hasn't given up the fight. And that's a good run from Phil Young. Stenton then, he's dictated things from acting half, and that's Kay. Kay takes the ball to within 10 metres of the ideal line. And that's Probert. Probert looks to move the ball. Pearce to Brooks. Brooks, long ball, Lidbury. Lidbury steps inside. Just can't quite get over the line. Good cover tackling then from the Hull side as Emblin takes the ball. Can Emblin get over? And the answer's no. It's good tackling. Stenton, short ball, Kay. Again, the Hull team keep out this very strong Redhill side. Great defence there. Smirking at acting half-back. Always difficult to bring the ball away from your own line. Not much room to work in. And this is Jason Mills. Not seen much of Jason Mills. I've seen a lot of this lad. He's been prepared to drive it in all day, and that's Carl Bristow. Ball switch back, Green. But he's looked after by 3 Redhill tacklers. Stenton in there once more. Another likely candidate for the man of the ball. Weldrick picks it up well this time. Lets the ball go to Hurd. Hurd steps inside. Well, that's great tackling from Kettridge, covering across there as all good second row men do. And it's play on. Smirk steps inside, another little dummy. Can't get the ball away in the tackle. That's the 5th and last, it's the handover. Kettridge wanting to get on with the game, Probert. Absolutely superb tackle by Gascoigne there, drove the man back. And down into the ground. Can Hughes get away? He's got it to McHugh. Now this lad's got pace. And that's a good tackle. Although Andy Hurd didn't actually put the man to ground, he did enough to push the wingman's foot over the whitewash. And therefore, the game will come back and we'll have a scrum. And I feel that we're only minutes away now from the end of this classic encounter. That's Lazenby. Lazenby drops off Russell. And Kay's quickly out of the scrum to stop any danger. And that's Green. Green's been impressive since he came onto the field. And Lazenby. Lazenby takes the ball across the field. Not seen much of Tracy. Smirk then. Smirk comes across the field, looking to pass the ball to Weldrick. Weldrick stops and checks, but Brooks looks after him, gets the ball back inside. And what can Probert do here? Lost his footing. But Redhill now looking to bring the ball away through Embling. And Probert in at acting half-back.
And he's number 6, Wayne Pearce.
So Wayne Pearce then, the Redhill stand-off half, for all his hard work, effort, putting players through gaps, almost like that there. Pearce has had an absolutely outstanding game, and in the eyes of the sponsors, has taken this year's Silver Jubilee National Cup Final man of the match, and this is something for this lad to treasure. He played down here at Featherstone, and he's had an absolutely fantastic game here. Must be said that Paul Russell, the ABI second row forward, has pushed him all the way. But Pearce just edged it. And it's looking like a short side move. Green just couldn't quite get the ball away. But at 40 points to 12 now, Redhill are looking very, very worthy winners of this year's final. But this is Green. Green gets the ball back inside to Rob Stevenson. No way through. Smirk puts a long pass out to Hurd. Can't quite collect it. And it's a little knock on. And we'll take the first one. So head and feed will go to Redhill. And I'm sure that it'll be just safety first rugby now. Nothing to chase the game about. As Probert comes round and Embling takes the ball across the field, and Embling almost makes the half break. Brooks, and that's the last tackle of the game, and Redhill hug each other in sheer delight as they are the Silver Jubilee Bala National Cup Final champions, 97-98. And looking at it on reflection, the first 20 minutes, 25 minutes of this game, Redhill took firm control, scoring 4 magnificent tries, and ABI could not quite hold the ball. They made mistake after mistake, giving possession away to Redhill, who, in fairness, took firm advantage of that. And at half-time, 20 points to 6 looked a firm bet, but ABI, to their credit, came back in the second half very strongly, but they just weren't quite good enough on the day to match this very, very powerful and very well-drilled Redhill outfit. We've got Wayne Pearce, the man of the match in this final. What's it feel like, Wayne?
Oh, it just feels unbelievable. Great team effort, and all the lads, we knew we had a feeling that we'd win, but when we beat Ellenborough, that was the pinnacle of the game. And today, we all knew we were confident. It'd be a formality, if we kept that together. Really, Ellenborough was a tough match and we went up there and beat them. You know, credit to all the lads. You can't do it without them.
You can't, and we're looking at this sword here. It's a wonderful trophy, and a sword cuts people, and that's just exactly what you did today. You cut this ABI defence to ribbons, and you had good support from your teammates.
Yeah, well, if you're a ball handler, you need runners, and today all the runners were willing to run. It was just unbelievable. If you've got options, you can do it, but if you haven't, you look a mug.
And I'm sure that there's going to be big celebrations at the Redhill Clubhouse this evening.
Very. We'll be really drunk.
Thanks very much, Wayne. Cheers.
Someone's what way?
All right, Dave, we're on.
Yeah.
David, captain of Redhill, it must be absolutely fantastic to walk up those stairs and lift that cup up.
It is, mate. You'll just see my face when I went up there. You'll tell me what it looked like. It was absolutely fantastic. Good game to play in. All lads did brilliant. Best game we've played all season. Full credit to them. They give us a game. I mean, we looked at score. It didn't look too respectable. They gave us a good game all the way through. We were always in it, never out of it. But the lads did it. They all come through. Wayne Pearce had an outstanding game. Martin led up front. All forwards got on top of them. We played a forward game. As backs can finish, we know as backs can beat any team out wide that they play against. We did it.
You certainly did, and I think the game was really won in about those first 25 minutes. You never made a mistake, but ABI came up with quite a lot of mistakes, and you punished them for it.
Yeah, well, we know first 20 minutes were going to be crucial. We got a lot of information on them, and we got told that first 20 minutes they come at you like a bat out of hell. After that, they settle into the game, and then you can get on top of them. But as it happened, we got on top of them in the first 20 minutes, which benefited us because we know we were always going to come out strong afterwards.
I felt that Embling, this full-back, had an absolutely outstanding game as well. I know Pearce took the man of the match, but he was a rock in defence, wasn't he?
Oh, he always is. I mean, it proves that he's just one runner-up to player of the year for National League First Division. Proves that he's played consistently all the way through the season. He's had a good game every game. Had a perfect game today, or near enough perfect that you can get.
And I'm sure that as a captain you're really proud of all your lads today.
I'll be telling them that when I get in there. I'll let them all buy me a drink.
I thought you were going to buy them, Dave. Have a good night tonight, mate. You deserve it.